Welcome to another episode of Thrift Bytes. So I've been to CX. I had 155 quid's worth of credit. I would have had 172, but they threw a 360 controller back at me because it didn't have a serial number. But anyways, so I needed an Xbox to keep up. Our lass has got the Series X. So my loading times on the Xbox One X are they're not great, especially when you're playing Sea of Thieves. So this was 195 discounted. It came in the box. And the only reason they discounted it is because the controller didn't match. But the controller that was in it was the Cypher Pulse Red controller. 65 quid controller, bro. I was like, so I got this cheaper because it had a better controller with it. And it was in the box. So I was kind of blown away by how good a condition it was in as well. It had all the stuff. Like, it looked like it barely been used. So yeah, CEX do some whacked out stuff when it comes to discounting console. So I always ask for the best. One. It's like, just like, don't be like settling for no third party controller, because that's what I thought it was going to be. Anyways, so after that sweet deal, I was like, watch. So I've been after a new watch because my Samsung Galaxy 3 watch is getting on my nerves now. I keep pressing the button, and the battery keeps running out because I have a device on my wrist at work. And it presses a button. So I was in the market for one, and there was some reasonably priced in here. It was like, yeah, in cash it in. You're always like going to get a deal, but that black one at the end, it caught my eye, and I was like, because it had the negative dial as well. It had the white numbers with the black background, which is it's a more uncommon variant when it comes to G-Shocks. And it was 69 quid, which is about the price of a bog standard G-Shock entry level. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a punt on that. And I was right to do so, because I looked it up. And it's the Bluetooth smartwatch variant with all the stuff on it, the smartwatch kind of stuff. 130 quid watch, brand new anyways. So for 69 quid, it was absolute no-brainer. Yeah, I was buzzing with that. So yeah, it hooks up to the Casio app on your mobile as well, and does all the stuff smartwatch does, but looks like a normal old school G-Shock. So I'm very impressed. I was happy. Anyway, so we're in Emma Emporium, and I seen face training for the Nintendo DSi. It's one of those like weird, it was only on DSi for a bit kind of games. But what I was interested in was the fact that it still had the cardboard holder for the DS, because you hold it on its side when you're playing the game, because it used the camera. It was one of those where the camera was new for DSi, so they were making games to show off the camera functionality. It's not worth a great deal in CEX, but I thought it was cheap enough to warrant a purchase. And Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart for a quid. CX sell it for 5 quid, so that was a bargain. And I mean, although CX only sell face training for £1, I feel like that cardboard stand is going to be rarer in the future. Plus, just DSi only type title. I don't know. For a quid, I was happy to pick it up with the complete condition it was in. But yeah, I reckon that stand will be thin on the ground. And that, I mean, it might not be. I mean, who would have any reason to? I mean, unless you played it. I don't know. Like, why would you lose the stand? But that was my logic. So we're in Cashiers. I see a lot of really clean box Game Gear games. I was like, I couldn't see what they all were at the time, but obviously I got the woman to get them out the cab for me and let me have a look. The prices were like, they were high for Cashiers, but they weren't high for eBay, so I was like, they were reasonable. And I was like, I kind of wanted to lock in on a few of these because of the condition. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pop on a few because I had some money to burn. So I got Winter Olympics for a £5, which is, yeah, fair enough. I mean, 5 quid for a box Game Gear game, even though it's a sports title. But there was Chuck Rock was 20 quid. But in that condition, it's somewhere between 30 and 40, really. Most of them that were 20 quid. This Woody Pop, it looks like it's quite rare in the box. It costs you around about the same just for the cartridge on its own with the manual and stuff. So with the box as well. And then Dragon Crystal, that's running a bit higher than 20 quid. So but my idea being, I'm just going to sit on these for a bit until the prices go even higher with it being carbon. And there was a Haley Wars for a tenner. So I spent 75 quid, but they're in pretty minty fresh condition, and still got Toys R Us sticker on, which I got rid of all the cash converter stickers, but I left the Toys R Us stickers on because I kind of like stuff like that, and I think most collectors kind of like stuff like that as well. There's a little added bit of nostalgia. Anyways, I'm in Surada, and I've seen well, the first thing that caught my eye was NBA 2K 22, but I decided not to bother. But I kind of wish I did now, because again, I've got Project Cars 2 in my hand, which I do end up getting. But they were both Xbox One X enhanced. But with me, I doing a bit of research on the Series S. It's like the Xbox One X is actually technically more powerful graphically with resolution and stuff. The only bottleneck really is the hard drive. That's the only thing that really separates them, is the solid state drive in the Series S. It's just random that the Xbox One X gets cock blocked from playing all the new games, even though it could quite easily manage them, because I think it's got more RAM than the Series S, the same amount of RAM. So yeah, man, I'm kind of on a Xbox One enhanced game kind of boom. So I should have maybe got that 2K basketball game as well, but nah, never mind. I might get it if it's still in there. So yeah, I might end up trying to collect all the enhanced for Xbox One X variants, because I still have one of them and I still have a disc drive for it. So yeah, we'll see what happens in that. I might move on to something else. You know what I'm like, it's just flavour of the week this. But yeah, so I've seen this old Casio, obviously in a Casio sort of mood, because I've been down this mad rabbit hole about Casio watches, looking for the right G-Shock for me. But I saw this old one, I thought it was older than what it actually was. But it did come with the box and the stand, which is what I kind of wanted more, was the box and the stand. It was 10 quid. It looked cool. It did look very retro. I was expecting it to be older than it was, but it's from 2005, which, I mean, that is actually old now. It blows my mind to think that a watch from 2005 is actually vintage now, but it is, isn't it? Because it was 21 years ago, so it's definitely vintage. So it kind of hard to wrap my brain around that. But you know what? Came with a stand and the box and that, and it cleaned up really nice. So I just put it on display with the rest of my Casio watches that I've got, because I've got quite a few now. I've got the bog standard, the calculator watch, and then that one, and then obviously the new G-Shock I got. But yeah, what a weird thing to find after I'd been down a mad rabbit hole looking for a new Casio watch, and then I found an old one boxed that obviously was someone's daily driver for ages, because it was pretty beat up, but yeah, it cleaned up nice. And Project Cars 2 is 6 quid in CX, so 3 quid was fine. So that's everything got this time thrifting. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs it up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can catch what I'm up to on x.com/thriftbytes. You can sometimes catch me live at twitch.tv/thriftbytes, which I think I'm planning on doing a bit of Time Crisis 2 over there at some point when I get good at the game. You can read the whole blog at thriftbytes.com. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.